what he's saying when it relates to the balance, a chemical equation. So you go and you just brush yourself up and look at how you balance the equations. You can only add to or subtract from it if the elements are present. So this means that during the dating phase, it's called compromise if it's lacking an element. You can't just add an element to somebody or something. It has to be present. That person can go and add it to themselves and then show up at a later time. This is called misalignment. So that's that whole situation where you were dating a person and they were not who they were. And then 10 years go by, you both date different people. And then you end up making your way back together. And now they have that completed element chart. But you cannot have an element if it is not present. That is compromising. You want to balance the equation. That means you have a little more or a little less. But you both have the same elements that add up for it to be balanced. Okay? And then you don't, like I said, you don't want to do this even more so during your dating phase, because if you're compromising and saying, okay, well, I'm willing to settle even though he doesn't have this element, you're now going to enter into that marriage without them having everything that they need. So this could mean that spiritually they could be immature. Spiritually, they could just be lacking. Their character could be lacking. Some people go into a marriage thinking that, they have everything that it takes, but then they end up saying, okay, well, you know what? I don't feel like this is for me. So now you're left. You're left when all you had to do was be patient. All you had to do was see if there was going to be that element that was going to be present. Don't rush it. It shouldn't be something that's rushed. You'll know. And so don't compromise during the dating phase, as this leads to disaster and missing red flags. Because when you're compromising, you're just refusing to see things for what they are. In actuality, they're the very indicators that are alerting you, that's saying, hey, no, I like this element. There will be no balance in this area because it will always be one-sided, because this side of the equation does not have this element present. And so don't compromise the excuses. So if there are commitment issues, if there are always constant excuses, see it for what it is, guys. That person doesn't desire to have a resolve or a solution because they are not willing to come up and formulate, have a conversation, and dissolve whatever problematic issues are present. So if you have those issues before you get married, don't you think that they're just going to carry over? It doesn't. A marriage is a covenant. However, those issues and present factors and characteristic traits are still going to be remaining in that person even after you say I do. It's not just a magical moment. Our Father does not operate in magic. He operates in instruction and structure with specifics. He says